I have a review hot off the press from my mother.
Oh, your mom.
See, she sent a video.
Hi, from the middle of New York City.
gosh.
Look what's on our TV screen. The cutest face in history.
It's Keith.
No, it's not. It's not.
Streaming network. We can't believe it. We are so proud. Love from Mommy and
Faji. Yay, Tri-Team.
This is too-
Awesome. We are so psyched and proud and happy. Mwah.
Mwah.
This is too intimate. I can't.
Parents
Oh
talk
my
like they're your
gosh.
grandparents. Your parents are like calling their grandson, not their son, in that. Like, it is so cute because, like,
It's the way that your parents talk to Henry.
yeah, it's how grandparents talk to babies.
Zach, literally, do you call your mom mommy?
No comment.
Oh my
No, I did not call her
But
mommy.
absolutely, Steffi does.
Yeah, I mean, I think prefers it. I'm like blushing. This was too.
It's
This
darling.
is too loving.
It's so cute.
But you know
I
what? It's
can't.
a time for positivity because we just launched this great big thing. We've been so happy with everyone's responses to us. I think they see how much work went into it, how cool it is. The cast announcement, all the excitement around that. We're so excited for all of those cast members, but I just want everyone to know we're excited to continue growing. This is not these are 9 and we'll never do more. No, we're hoping to always be finding more unique voices and adding them into the fold.
I thought you meant we're never going to stop growing the app.
Well, that too, right?
Because I went into our Discord and I was like, hey guys, how's second try? Is it any feedback on the organization? And they were like, you want feedback? I'm like, yeah, this is day one. We got years to go. Let's make this thing as good as possible. This is just the beginning. It feels crazy because we've been on this marathon, a year and a half long journey from like the first little baby inkling, just a twinkle in my eye.
Right.
To Keith and I consummating our love.
Even before the twinkle in the eye, just identifying this isn't working. What could work? Right, like, and then it took a couple months to figure out this might work, and we even had other ideas.
Pregnancy was tough on Keith.
Yeah, it was tough, very tough.
But
very
then,
tough. What it does to a man's body,
we delivered this beautiful, beautiful thing second try, and now it's here. Now we gotta teach it how to crawl. We gotta introduce it to different foods.
Yeah,
It does look really cool. I was super impressed because I was one of the later people because a lot of people are like hands-on.
Yeah.
So I saw it pretty much almost finished and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Rainie's
Well done.
Tough crowd too. You're hearing this 2 weeks in our future, I believe. We are recording this the day after. We're actually right now, day after launch, we are hours from the premiere of Try Guys Legacy Season. So by the time you are hearing this, I think episode 3 is coming out.
yeah, and probably the YouTube version of the first episode of Try Guys is
what the
out
fuck?
or about to be out.
We're
so,
living life over here.
So I hope you have watched the Color Guard episode.
Oh, so fun.
If
Can we
you
talk
haven't,
about it?
Yes, please, because it's such a great return to form, and there's so many fun little things about it. The new intro animation is sick. Just the actual experience of it was a blast. It was a 2-day shoot. We went down to San Diego. We worked with Vox Artium, which is one of the best independent color guard groups in the world. Actually, they have qualified to be in international competitions before.
We know
they're
that
almost
we did
there.
Winter Guard. We're calling the episode Color Guard.
Not a color guard. Hey,
I-
it's guard, baby.
It's Guard.
Winter guard is just color guard without the marching band.
I had never seen Color Guard. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand why our audience had been yelling at us for years to do it. They've wanted this for so long.
Yeah.
And we it's barely in the video, but we got to watch their whole performance. Is unbelievable.
It made me cry.
Yeah, it did.
I fully was, and it was a little. There were lots of things I think that led into me having emotions. First of all, people caring about what they do and doing a good job of it makes me have emotions. That's just as a thing.
The only things you cry at are people crushing performances.
Yeah, it's true.
Susan Boyle.
Yeah, it's something about overcoming the odds, really being committed to something artistic, and I think it's my shared opinion about working hard toward a performance. Like for me, and I was like thinking back because we're about to the menu tour. I was thinking back. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I cried in almost every single Legends of the Internet performance too, because like. You have 1,000 people excited to see you.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
That means a lot. Like we hadn't even done things like the show would start. You couldn't even see us and people were screaming out of excitement. And to have people be that excited to see you they don't even know what you're going to do is fulfilling and can make me emotional. But yeah, I watched it and it was because they care so much. They work so hard. They only get to perform like 4 or 5 times. Like they work for months and they do like 5 performances.
Can I tell you the thing that makes me cry? Because it's come up a lot lately and I've had to really fight it. Because I don't think anyone in this office knows.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Seasonal allergies.
You seem scared. Do you know what it is? No. Okay, good. Thank God. That means
Getting
I'm doing
the
it
wrong
right.
lunch.
No, I cry when I'm telling people that I'm proud of them.
Oh, I definitely do that.
So whenever,
Yeah,
this is like the Zach Cute episode.
I do
Your
the same thing.
mommy.
Yeah, but it's
like because literally today I'm going to give her big ups. Kaylin's in the room right now recording. And I was like, this is a fucking masterclass. The way that now I'm fine because I already said it once, so I'm not going to cry.
Yeah.
But I like the way that our whole social team came up with a strategy and executed our launch because it could have gone badly. I've seen that happen before. It was just a really well executed launch. There was so much to communicate to the audience. There were so many assets and like even navigating the order of when things came out. Originally, we weren't sure when the Eugene episode would come out. Should it come out Saturday? And they were like immediately, and this is months out. They were like, we want to see that video the next day because we don't want to, we want to like let people know. And we're like, absolutely, you're right. That does have to come out the next morning. They just identified so many things along the way that were spot on. And so it was a real team effort. But anyway, this morning, I almost cried telling you that you did a great job.
oh, sweet.
And it's not even that I'm proud. And it's actually just saying like, you did great. Makes me, and I like start to feel, I'm like, why?
Why do you think so? Yeah, I was just going to ask.
I don't know. Maybe it's because is it what I want? I don't know. Do I want people to tell me? But actually I don't, because I don't like when people tell me I do a great job.
Oh, really?
Same. I
You don't like it?
I don't like.
Sincerity?
Maybe I do like it. I just don't know how to receive it.
I have a hard time receiving people being like, especially if someone wants to like pull me aside and tell me intimately alone that they're proud or whatever it is. It's just overwhelming for me.
I respond better to it in text form. I don't mean literally a text, whether a text, a letter, an email.
Yes, because you get to open that privately.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that people were very, it feels like our job is to tell everyone here, you did great, right? And then a couple people at the office, like, I'll tell you, we were all feeling real good. We were very excited. We were very proud. And I'm talking the day before the launch. It was just this feeling of, we've worked really hard. We should be proud of ourselves. So we were going around giving everyone their due and trying to tell everyone that they should be proud of the effort they put in. And a couple of the staff were like, but you too. And I'm like, no. But then Devlin sent me a sweet text and I was like, yeah, this is good.
He sent one to me too.
Hitting.
And
You want to compare?
Yeah.
I'm sure yours is longer, but honestly, it was very funny because his literally started with, and I'll read part of it. I won't read his kind words out in public because he probably doesn't want that. But it was just like, I've gotten in the habit of only texting Zach nice things. but I wanted to say nice things to you too, which is very sweet.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that your nice thing had it, because honestly, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hearing it
Yeah.
secondhand compliment, big fan.
Oh, yeah.
Gossip, but nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice gossip.
Okay, but going to the launch, so the launch day happens. I wasn't in the office when you guys hit upload.
Yes, it was early.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a video. I'm so lost in time and space.
It wasn't even upload. It was make public, because basically you build this whole site and it's private and it's password protected. So people had been in. We'd had some great patrons who helped us like do some QCing, look at things. We were all in there. We invited some friends to get in there. Look it over. Find things that were wrong with it.
Try and break it.
Is a button not working? Like, how do you find some? Yes, break it. Can you confuse it so that it breaks, and then we can figure out how to fix that? But then we hit, and Zach and I put our little fingers together to push the button. But my finger's longer than Zach, so really only my finger did it.
My finger didn't press. It didn't reach the. It didn't reach.
And I was like trying to shrink my finger, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I tried.
I will tell you that we later for the video we refilmed it and I got to click it and I got that satisfaction. But at the moment, Keith and I, our fingers go together.
Yeah.
His finger touches, mine doesn't. Everyone goes, yay! And I have this feeling of like, well, that was pretty fucking underwhelming. I didn't even get
in the moment. I'm like, I don't think Zach touched it.
I didn't even feel it. I didn't feel the click, click.
And as we're going down, I was like, does Zach know that he's not going to touch it? Does Zach know that? And I'm like trying to shrink my finger back, and I can only shrink it like a millimeter or two. I'm like, that wasn't enough. My fingers are just so long. And yeah.
Oh my god!
But once I saw that you clicked it, I didn't want to click it in case I fucked something up, right? So it just
yeah. But
Well, you know what we actually did is that you clicked public and then I clicked save. Because you had clicked public and then we both moved the mouse over to save because that's
I
what.
was
So
involved.
you did the first click and I did the second click.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, I'll take it.
Oh, you were involved.
Oh,
you did
you
it.
were involved.
I was
Yeah.
The best thing about this now, so obviously, we have the site, but we have an app, and so we're in Roku City.
We can be in Roku City if you have Roku.
Do you guys know? If you don't know
Oh, I
Roku
don't know this,
City,
yeah.
the screensaver of Roku. I'm not going to tell you that Roku is the best app. I love all my apps equally. Or app. Roku is Roku.
It's a
no,
TV app.
it's a TV
They're-
technology.
They're called apps, I think. They're still
Great.
called streaming apps.
But
TV
then the
apps.
app has an app in the app.
Yeah, I guess it's a host app.
It's because like.
Hmm.
Well, when the screensaver happens for Roku,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is, you have a screensaver that's this beautiful purple cityscape.
And it's
that is-
monsters.
and in the distance, you see aliens and Godzilla.
And JCPenney is there.
And then in the foreground, there's a JCPenney. And how JCPenney has a brick and mortar store in Roku City.
They bought they bought an NFT early on at Roku, and they had to hold true. They have
digital billboards. But we've just had Roku City on our TV 24/7.
Yeah.
And I want to live there. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
And Apple TV, they don't have no Roku City.
Yeah,
They ain't got no Apple City.
Yeah, it's a
Beautiful.
nice screensaver.
It's beautiful purple.
Bring back screensavers.
Yeah, I agree
Little
with that.
well, okay.
The corners.
I was thinking about the pipes.
I was thinking about
Oh
on the
my gosh, I
windows.
loved those things.
the bouncing
Yeah.
box in the
The
corners.
bouncing box pissed me the fuck
Oh
off.
well, it's
You're talking about
Yeah.
it was the box,
The DVD
and then it
logo.
become the circle, and then it
Yeah.
become the spikes, and then
Yeah.
the box. But it never.
I'm talking about the DVD logo that bounces around.
Yeah,
and
no,
try
that one
hits the
too.
corner.
'Cause They never hit the corner.
It did. I saw it hit once.
I know, but every other time it didn't hit it,
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, it's thrilling.
So actually, you kind of hate screensavers.
We'll try living with OCD and watching the
Yeah.
thing not hit the corner.
Yeah.
Even thinking about it now, my skin is fucking.
Wow.
We gotta.
look
Yeah.
at
Oh my
you.
gosh, this is.
Is there a corner I can go touch? I'm gonna
We got to get him a fainting couch.
start touching corners.
But okay, so you hit upload, and then what's like the first comment or DM or what's the first thing that comes in that you're like, okay, here's the reaction.
I don't remember what the very first. Well, so there was the posting the site, and then the video going live at 8 a.m. and that was scheduled, so we didn't do anything specific. We just let the clock go to 8 a.m. and then it was there and it started. But the response has been overwhelmingly positive, and I'm like really like I think this.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I feel good. It's we for the first 2 hours we were just all silently in our room, just refreshing, reading, and then you read Instagram comments, and because right there it was like our whole cast announcement, so everyone was fucking stoked and we're reading about that. But then you're reading YouTube comments, and then people are like, "Huh, didn't this just happen in a way that I didn't like?" And
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, actually, it seems fine. It seems
exciting.
actually kind of good.
So we're reading those. Then we're like, dare I delve into Reddit? Here we go. Let's check it out.
You're brave.
So we're just
Yeah.
going all over the place. And then we did a Rolling Stone interview, which,
Right.
you know what? Let me not say that so lightly. We did a Rolling Stone
Stone
interview.
interview.
We were in the same publication as the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's that one movie that's about the Rolling Stone with Kate Upton? It's an amazing movie. It's about the
I'm going to go ahead and say that my Kate Upton filmography knowledge is not up to date.
That's shocking.
Gosh, this is
That is
devastating.
shocking, Zach.
This Almost Famous. You've never seen that?
Wait, you're talking Kate Hudson.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Kate Upton.
Hudson. Yes.
I'm actually going to see Almost Famous screening this weekend.
What? Wait, have you never seen it?
I've seen it many times. I love it.
yeah.
Yeah, the movie's amazing.
And that was based on the guy who wrote
Cameron
for Rolling
Crowe
Stone.
wrote, yeah.
And then
Dun 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 dun.
New urinal cakes in the bathroom.
Yeah, brand new. They're on top of the net.
They're on
thing.
top of the net.
Yeah.
And they're sort of chunked up.
You got here late and you peed first.
Well, I had to tinkle. Okay. Define late.
And then you also stopped to get a snack.
And somewhere, yes, I did.
Maybe swallow the Cliff Bar.
No.
We did start it early.
The New Year, you started early.
Yeah.
And so I was recording an episode of
How'd
my
that go?
podcast. Really well.
Okay.
Really well. More on that in private. And so I got here as soon as I could, but then I got in the bathroom and I thought, new urinal cakes. I like the new direction of the company. Okay? It's new, it's fast, it's growing, it's fresh.
Yeah.
The cake was thick.
Yeah.
You can handle a lot of pee.
Oh. I don't know.
Urinal cakes are little hockey pucks that you pee on, and
You guys-
they make it not smell so bad to pee on.
Let me
it.
teach you about urinal cakes.
Oh yeah.
This is very exciting.
Now this
actually.
is not like a Johnny Cakes thing. This is not like
Johnny
it's
urinal cakes?
a urinal that you cut into and it's a cake. It's not like that.
Although.
But Johnny, get Johnny in here. It's a little hockey puck that's like condensed water soluble air freshener. And as you pee on it, it slowly shrinks, but it makes it not stank like piss.
Oh.
I'm only telling Kaylin right now.
Yeah.
This is in the middle of our Rolling Stone story.
Oh, yeah, you guys had an article?
Are you moving on to a second snack? How did you start a second snack?
I haven't eaten anything today.
Why not?
I was planning
Buy
on eating.
yourself food.
No,
You
I know.
have a business.
I know I have a business and it's going swimmingly.
Buy yourself something.
There are a lot, you know what I'll say? I'm sort of living in a scarcity mindset. I'm doing great. I got to level up. But I didn't eat anything. I was planning on eating something in between the recording I was going to do and when I came here. Halfway through the recording, Kaylin's like, we're moving it up a little. And I said, Rainie, no problem. I texted her back and I said, I'll be there right on time. And I obviously wasn't. So I was going to eat them, but then why eat then when I could have a baked brownie bite?
It's
So
a
what's going on with-
brownie. It's good.
What's going on with Rolling Stone?
We did an interview with them. And
Was it? How was the interviewer? Was he not? They? He? She? They?
She was
Nice.
great.
Excellent.
I really enjoyed the actual interview itself.
And I enjoyed the article itself too.
Yeah.
It's a donate the player, hate the game thing. Like
Yeah.
they are in the same system that we bemoan, where they got to get them clicks. And so certainly it was a little disheartening on the day to look around at all the media roundups, and it was leading with the headline of
3-0 not trio.
trio to duo.
Yeah.
3-0 duo.
What did you say? Did you say 3 out of trio?
Don't worry about it. Sorry, I just ate 400 calories.
3 out of trio.
Toyota Trio.
3-0 trio.
Yeah, with all the headlines, Eugene is leaving. The Try Guys are boring now. Everything's over.
Yeah,
Sad. When we actually got 9 new people. Actually,
Exactly.
It's not a duo.
Yeah,
It's 11sies.
that's right.
What you gonna do? But all the articles are great. My favorite also, like now the drama YouTube is starting to spill out. So we got a T-spill video. I have
did?
real rosy cheeks in the
positive.
thumbnail.
Oh, that doesn't even look like you.
I
We
actually
look like we were vampire victims.
Did they use like log footage? What is that? You look so gray.
But what's so funny is that the title is all caps. The Try Guys are over. ... And then the video is like she's talking about how she loves without a recipe, and she's like clearly a fan.
And it's like
You got a title, you know.
I'm
You
really
gotta do it.
She's like, I'm really excited. I like these cast members a lot. She's like, literally, it's like, and these two have been my favorite on Without a Recipe, so I'm excited about them joining. I was like, wait, you seem pretty. I mean, it's actually very positive.
Yeah.
We were also in a Philly D video. Phil DeFranco
Oh, he
covered
did? He
us, and it
dropped?
was also positive.
Okay.
So yeah, you always worry that the next day those roundups are only going to choose bad takes, regardless of how it went, especially because of the fallout of similar launches
I
previously.
have to imagine there's going to be more.
Oh, of course. But for us, recording this right now, we're oblivious to when this comes out 2 weeks from now of all the things that have happened.
We talked to the whole team before this went out. Like we said, there's going to be a lot of noise.
Yeah.
You know, even when there's still to this day videos about the failure of Dropout, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so you got to keep your head down and just keep working.
Mhm.
I was going to ask. Sorry. Just doing my clip.
Do you want me to go
Heimlich?
grab
Are
you
you
something
doing
else to
okay?
eat?
No.
Having been on the internet, you know that any change, shocks and scares people. And even just not even a digital creator change. Like, remember the first time Facebook changed its interface?
Oh,
People freaked out.
A nightmare. How could you do this to me? Where's the home button? Where's the search? Where's my wall?
Right.
So anytime anything changes, it's met with bleh. And almost always it's actually been like kind of okay or for the better, except for when Twitter became X. That's really become a hellscape. That change has been
bad redesign.
Constantly bad. But most of the time, the digital companies change because they actually are trying to give you a better user experience, and technology is advancing. They're trying to make it better. But as soon as you are used to something, it's like my grocery store got rearranged once.
Oh, we don't like
the
that.
redesign, the UX redesign.
I almost cried in the.
Yeah.
I was like in the grocery store for 90 minutes, and I was getting like, a normal grocery trip, and I was like, I can't find anything. Where the fuck is the coffee?
No, that's
Why
stressful.
is the coffee gone?
I'm going to go ahead and say this on the record, for the record. All grocery stores should be exactly the same.
I agree with that.
I do agree with that.
What
Where's
is
the ketchup? It shouldn't be in like ethnic food.
Yeah.
Wow, Miles is xenophobic. That's crazy.
Sorry. No, one time I was.
Wow,
I'm canceled. I'm canceled for saying. I'm unclear if Rainie's even going to cut that.
I don't think I will.
No, we gotta leave it in.
I meant it's like sometimes they're putting crazy shit some places. I'm looking for hot sauce. It's like
In the vegetables.
and
You're
then,
afraid
you know
to
what I
say
mean?
anything. I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say, and you don't even want to. You're afraid.
I have a
I'm
great
afraid now
I have a
that
great
I'm
example
canceled.
of ridiculous. I was at Target and I was looking for coffee filters, and they were not with the coffee, but instead they were with the coffee appliances, and I was like, "That's not an appliance."
No, if it's
a
not
gross-
on the big board above the aisle, it shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I want more on that board, by the way.
Yeah.
I want way more. Sauce is not
Are you
equivalent.
kidding? That should be a scroll.
Yes.
It should be scrolling like airplane departures.
I
It should
agree.
just be telling me
Tick, tick, tick,
every
tick, tick.
single thing, and let me stand there and be like, okay, it is in this
Yeah,
one.
it is. Oh, I like that, Keith.
Give me the info.
I'll do you one further. Kroger, Albertsons, whatever you want, okay?
Yeah.
I got a Kroger that's near me. I got another Kroger. Sometimes I go to that one instead.
They're different.
They're different.
Yeah.
They're different.
I want all of my, at least consistency. If I'm gonna have two different Whole Foods and they're gonna have different layouts, what the fuck are we doing here?
It's like, come on, Ralph.
They're trying to get you to buy Pringles is the problem.
Yeah, they're trying to. They're
they're-
doing a little maze.
They're like,
confusing.
oh, you thought there was going to be corn here?
There's not.
There's
but
lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to make you more attracted to
Yeah.
When
lettuce.
I just want you to close your eyes. You enter supermarket. I want you to go get produce.
Well,
Oh,
it's definitely going
I
to be
can
on
do it.
one side or
Yeah.
the other.
So where do you go?
Right.
You enter.
Left.
I go right.
I go left.
I go left for
Left.
sure.
No, bakery's on the right.
Sometimes bakery is actually kind of close to the produce, which is even more confusing.
I don't want
You ever
that.
seen that? But they just kind of put all the food that you could eat without cooking it on one side,
Yeah.
like produce, deli, and then the deli
Oh.
stretches into raw meat. And
It's
like,
sort
this
of
raw
the-
meat is not far from the potatoes at all.
Frozen
yeah.
blueberries. Where are you going?
Ice cream aisle.
Where?
Ice cream aisle, yeah, middle.
That should be close to the back. Oh,
I want it center.
no, in the back.
Center.
I want it center.
I actually would like it to be arranged from temperature. So you start with the boxed goods, and then it gets cold, and then icy.
oh.
And fish.
The frozen should be all on one side.
Yeah.
The fridge should be near the freezer.
And all the animals in one part.
Yeah.
Like a zoo. The fish, the meat, the turkey.
Yeah, I don't know why fish and meat are different.
Yeah, they shouldn't be
They
different.
should be the same.
Just figure it the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I also, when you're in IKEA and you're like, what's this item? E50, and it's like gives you a map for where you should pick that up. And
I
other
like
thing.
that.
I want that.
I
to
want
be
that because sometimes I Google, is this thing at the Target near me? It is. Where?
aisle, whatever.
Yeah, I want the aisle.
The grocery store you just walk through and it's a bunch of cooked meals and you pick up a ticket to where you can go get all the pieces of that meal to make it at
be a
home.
nightmare.
And
That's pretty
go to the
good.
warehouse at the end of your trip. Like, okay, I got to go to E50 for this apple.
Okay, I've either pitched this on the podcast or we haven't talked about it on the podcast because I thought it was such a good app idea that I didn't want to spoil it and someone else to make millions. But I want Google Maps for grocery stores.
I think that's a great idea.
I want to be able to type peanut butter
That's the smartest idea you've ever
and it
had. Yeah.
zooms in.
That's the smartest idea I've ever had. And this is the guy who started Zydeco Tea Co. But I want
I wanna be able to type in my grocery list.
Yeah.
And it pop
Yeah.
creates a little
Yeah, it
a
just
map,
gives
a
you
little route?
It gives you
Yes.
little pins on a map. That's brilliant.
That is genius, Zach, because you know what? Who's going to want the grubby little paws all over it?
Bezos.
Newman's Own. The brands
Newman's
are
Own.
the
the
brands
most
are
charitable brand in the grocery store.
Well, and by the way,
His grubby little hands, where 100% of profits go to charity.
He's a fucking fat cat.
He's dead.
But I mean, he's dead. But
Mile.
it's like you could do a brand deal on the app. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, are you sure you don't want to pick up sauce?
Yeah, literally, guys, just
Yeah.
someone take this app and make your fortune because I'm not gonna fucking do it. You crowdsource, right? You have who everyone in the grocery store, they're gonna put in the data for you.
It's like Waze. It's like, are you standing by peanut butter right
Yeah,
now?
I
it's
love
just
that.
gonna fucking
Yeah.
do it. They'll click and you get little coins, whatever, and then coupons go through the app, and then
Oh,
Newman's Own's
okay.
gonna be like, hey, I want to be sponsored with a little star over my new product,
Fucking
guys.
fat cat.
Go make your millions. Just
Yeah.
give me a freaking I don't know free
Give me the
subscription.
map.
Sold.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
Groceries.
Shark Tank
Shark
over.
Tank. Wow.
Shark Tank bites.
Okay. Should we get into our seggy?
Yeah, I would love that.
Oh.
What did you guys talk about before I was here? Did you talk about me?
You're gonna have to
I mean, we did talk about the cast. I said the word cast. You're included in that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so kind of. I was thinking about how you were commenting all over the world yesterday. Had a great time.
I was getting in there, man. I was mixing it up.
Yeah.
Rainie, if you don't mind actually delaying the seggy
Of
for
course.
a mini, I'm curious to know. I got to talk to a bunch of our buddies, but
Yeah.
I haven't. we texted about something totally inane.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how yesterday was for you because the whole Try cast was receiving lots of love. You
Yeah.
especially. I know people were stoked and like. There's the whole narrative from production assistant to podcast
Right.
to fired, not
Yeah.
fired.
You're fired. People don't know
The
this.
truth
Also
comes
fired.
out.
I said I quit, but they were just being nice.
to quitting to it's just a great.
No, it was honestly, it was funny because it's one of those things where I was like, huh, this is kind of a big deal. I probably should have told people. My friends were texting me. They're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you say anything about this? But it was like, my friend was in Portugal and I was like, oh, oh, I'm doing more stuff. But no, it was really exciting. I loved it. I was like, it was cool to just sort of have that full circle moment. Obviously, the love is appreciated and very sweet from everybody. And it was just, it made me very proud.
Yeah.
And kind of, it was crazy to be like, yeah, I did start this company as just like a guy and I didn't have a job and I got an email and I was like, all right. So it was kind of, it was a very full circle moment for me. And also I was like, it made me excited for the company. And also it made me excited for like, I don't know how far I've been, but also
Hell
how
yeah.
far the brand has been. I think that's been cool to see. Like we started in the, house doing stuff. And it was like, I remember launch day from that. And it was just like, I don't know, a very full circle moment.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love to hear it. That's awesome.
Even like we were sitting yesterday and Zach and I were pulling up some of the first things we ever put on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just to be like, wait, 13 years ago. I have a video from 13 years ago that has 162 views.
That's
I actually have
crazy.
many videos from 13
Yeah.
or more years ago that have not broken 200 and some have broken like 400. Then I have one. Got one that's 375,000.
Let's go.
From like 12 years ago.
I'm going to have to look into that for the soundboard.
Get a deep dive
Oh
for the
yeah, you
soundboard.
should. It's
Yeah.
I'm not in it.
Oh,
But I
That's what
made
you
it.
made. That's what I mean.
I was a
Oh.
producer. And I edited it, and I made it.
Yeah.
But I wrote it.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't in
You
it.
weren't in it.
There's
I
a funny-
needed to be in charge of the production.
There's a funny thing too about like the BuzzFeed picture of everyone who was like, oh, from BuzzFeed or whatever. That's funny for me specifically because I was an intern at BuzzFeed. And like, I'm like, yeah, I guess I worked there for like 6 months. And everyone else in that picture is like an all-star fucking like person. When I was at BuzzFeed, it was like, these are the fucking people, So like
Right.
that is a very funny, also full circle moment to me.
Yeah,
But
I
I
guess
was
you
like-
were an imposter in that. We should take
I was
you
an
out.
imposter. Edit me out of the photo.
It was funny yesterday. Like I got a lot of congratulations texts, but also the tenor of the text. It was almost this like it felt like a congrats on the career.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and not in a way of that it's over, but like, hey, you fucking did that thing.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of really sweet messages just of you took this thing and built it, and you guys have navigated through shit and mud and you've come out on the other side and you stuck the landing. And that was, I mean, so many people reaching out from my past who are very meaningful people that I respect deeply. And so that meant a lot.
I didn't get a lot of those, but a lot of those people after texting Zach sent a second text like, "Oh, and Keith too. Tell Keith too."
Oh, that's good. So you sort of got the trickle down.
I kind of like, they realized that,
They know I need it more.
or they just don't have my number.
Yeah,
That's
right.
very likely.
Your number's weird. It's all the same number.
Yeah. It's all sixes.
It's all same.
That would be really cool.
That would be crazy.
You paid a lot for that.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's an expensive
Even
number.
the like country code is 6.
666.
+6
Yeah,
is the
+6,
country
yeah.
code, and then you.
He's
Plus
from
6.
Six is a scary number. Maybe we should change it to 3.
Well,
Okay, I'll call Verizon.
Call Verizon in the morning. Also, one thing that I loved was just like the what's it good? The timbre, if I may.
Yeah, timbre.
The timbre
Yeah.
of the announcement video and stuff. It was all very triumphant. And Zach, you're talking about like, oh, like congrats on the career in this new
Yeah.
thing. It's such a triumphant thing that really also is like, it feels fresh. It's new. It's a turning point for the company because it's like you had success at this one thing and you're like, we want to do this and we want to do this new thing. And it feels very like sustainable too. Like this new next
I hope so.
chapter. I mean, that's the hope anyways. How are the numbers? But I think that's why it feels that way. It's like a triumphant thing. The video is also like bombastic. There's a lot of fun and big,
Yeah.
loud, excitement. So
Then it goes into a sizzle trailer, so you get excited about the idea. You learn about why it's needed.
Yeah.
Then you start getting to understand like how it will work, and then you get to see what's on it. And so they sort of get more exciting as they go.
Yeah.
And we definitely took some notes from the Dropout video and just like thinking through what we could do. Zach wrote that script, crushed it. It was a really fun. We don't do a lot of scripted stuff, so doing anything scripted and doing like fun vignettes is like really fun. Just we don't do that. We do unscripted things, or it's like today I'm gonna eat a bunch of billiard balls.
One thought I did have, by the way, being with everybody and seeing everybody in that big group.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is the new Strike cast. We're seeing all these people. And I'm like, we got to do a fucking all-star dodgeball video or something. I'm like, because sometimes there's like 3 or 4 of that cast in a video. And I was like, this is a fucking cast. Like, we should do a video.
We gotta get everybody.
We should
We
do.
need to do a show called The 9.
Yeah, The
And
9.
it's all 9 people doing
Yes.
something that requires baseball.
Or like a poker tournament
Is
or
baseball
something.
9 people?
Or basketball.
I think
could
baseball is
be,
literally
yeah.
a 9-person lineup.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just like, it'd be cool. And that was something that, again, is like new, fresh series or something for the whatever. It'd be cool.
9
to get
try.
9 try.
Oh, that's
9
good.
try baseball.
9 stack. And I just think
We're the
it'd be
new
cool to do
Team
that.
10.
Team 9.
9 team.
9 team. 9 team.
9 try. Try 9. We're the Try 9.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds
that's
like
big
a superhero squad.
Exactly.
The 9 try. 9 try.
Even if it's just darts, you know what I mean?
Try 9 try. Try 9 try.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Now that I can get into, Keith.
How many people do you have on Ultimate Frisbee? 9?
I don't know.
9.
But I think that it's good to have people on the sidelines to kind of talk shit.
Yeah.
You know, you cut to the people on the bench warmers.
There's some good, like Smosh did that hide and seek video, and I thought it was really funny. And it was like kind of like a cool format of a video. Or there's OTV does they do like big tournament style things like that, where it's like everyone has a GoPro on them. There's something like,
Find the lemon.
yeah. Oh, find the lemon.
I mean, when I think about
It showed Zach
9
and I.
people, that's kind of like enough people to, I don't know, try and catch a grease boy.
Wow.
We'll see, Zach. Saw a lot of comments out there, and I'm sort of debating in my head. I'm wondering, well, can you get the Grease Boys something I can accomplish on my own? No, it's not. I need a helicopter, and I want you guys to pay for it. So, yeah.
The downtown LA newscopter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's we need that shot.
I've also, can you get
The
the
Bad
Grease
Can't be a
Boys.
drone.
It
The
was
Bad Boys shot.
We would be remiss to not mention it because I got so many DMs, so many comments about Can You Get the Grease Boys yesterday.
I did see people
There's a
commenting.
lot of people that are like, Miles, finally. And I think there's a couple different, ways.
You're going to get hurt.
Well, that's possible. But I think there's also an amazing race part of it that we could accomplish.
Your
that I'm sort of
shoulder
cooking on.
almost fell apart doing frisbee.
That's correct. Not even Frisbee. I did a slack line.
Oh, well, that's more dangerous
Oh,
than
I see
Frisbee.
what you're saying. The Frisbee video. That is correct. That was
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
bad. I only had one more throw in me all
It was
day.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee.
You were doing frisbee golf, and his arm almost came out of its socket.
Oh my
Look,
god.
though.
On the second throw of the day. I feel like you were
Yeah, no, I was
Uh-oh.
like, I think I thought you said the right number.
uh-oh.
But the grand prize, $279,000.
Whoever catches the grease boy gets the company.
Whoa, that actually
Okay.
raises the stakes for you guys.
Yeah.
I
You
did
guys
think-
have to catch him.
Yeah,
We gotta.
I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Honestly, the 9 could do the best day off format. But I also still want Kaylin to be in that.
We were literally at our party,
Whoa,
and
Kaylin
Oh,
just
First of all,
got
this
down.
is my idea. Everyone remember I pitched this show cold, and I'm not saying we won't make it with you, but to serialize it, we need more competitors.
That's true.
Okay?
What is it? Tell me, what is
Is it best
this?
vacation?
It's called Best Day Off, and on a morning, staff arrive, and I say, "Hello, everybody. Here's your GoPro. Here is $250. You have the day off. You must vlog what you do. Whoever has the best day off gets tomorrow off."
Okay, that's so funny.
It's like Hunger Games.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to
Is
figure out what can I do with $250 to have the most, but like do the most. What's the most impressive thing I can do? And you are absolutely allowed to pull strings, to call in favors, like.
That is such a
If-
good.
I don't know
hey,
if you-
Kaylin, you got to stop trying to go to Miami.
Kaylin just said off
we
mic
know why
that
you're trying to
she
get
can
there.
get to Miami.
She said, I can get to Miami. I can get into this club by midnight. Like,
Oh, Kaylin.
but I think that the beauty is like, I don't want to be like, oh no, you can't get free rides. Like, no, whatever you can do it. If you have a friend with a boat,
Get a boat.
get on the boat. I want cool production value of your vlog. I want cool stuff. I want you to try to get to Mexico. I want you to do the most.
If I have miles on my airplane, not miles the person, like I got
Yes.
Delta mile,
Yeah,
I can
yes.
use,
that counts.
that's not money.
No, it's not money. But however, I feel like if you have gas in your car
That's fair game.
and but if you bought gas or something,
No,
then
that comes out of your
that's-
budget.
So you can only spend out of the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Whatever you
Yeah.
already have, that's paid for.
And I'd like to go back for a second, Miles. In what way does this idea remind you of the Hunger Games?
I'm glad you asked, Zach, because in the Hunger Games, they
One
sort
can
of
win.
get dropped in and they want to win, and it's last one standing. And in this, we get dropped into Los Angeles with $250,
Huh.
trying to have a good time. So I'll be the Katniss, you'll be the Gale. Gale he wasn't in the Hunger Games.
From the
He was just in the town.
he
fucking
just
off
kind
or
of didn't
whatever.
even help
Yeah, he didn't even help or anything
from
like
the
that.
sidelines. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Are we ready for the Seggy?
I think so.
Rainie's segment. Let's hear it.
Okay. So big streamer announcement, obviously. Woo! Yes, and it's as I said before, it's very cool, and there are exclusive shows.
Okay.
So I want to give tapas
Exclusive episodes of the
exclusive
shows.
episodes. Sorry. There are exclusive episodes of these shows, which are like people are getting really excited for all these pilot months. So I've done sort of the tripod version, which is me an hour ago creating the trolley problem, the common sense. So
Tapas.
Oh.
Tapas.
just to get a little flavor of each show, and keep in mind that they're way more filled out, very highly edited, very
Did you
high
create an
brow.
escape the kitchen for the podcast? Is there a puzzle in this room?
Yes.
No, there's
sort
not.
of. Sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
Those are Zach's.
Miles just opened my glasses case.
Yeah, those are Zach's.
Miles, take your shoe off.
no.
This plant is fake.
So this is a tapa, sort of a sampler platter of the shows to come.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna say blindfolds on, tongues out
Okay.
for the first one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I love this.
So this, I'm assuming,
You
is
have a rag. You have a kitchen towel.
a kitchen towel. It's used. No.
I'm assuming this is for common sense, which is I'm actually really excited for how we're pivoting that show and leaning in post pilot. Keith, you want to describe it?
Yeah. So
This is going to be coming out in like a month or two. This show's later in the summer.
It comes out in I want to say
knows?
late July, but we shoot it in June, so probably late July or early August. But the pilot month, some of those pilots were ideas that we felt pretty strong that were already very developed, and we just needed to make them. But some of the pilots were true pilots. Like we made it to learn how to make it better, and I think common sense is one of those. So some things we're going to change about it. I have no idea where the microphone is. I hope.
Oh, you're doing great.
Some things we're going to change about it. I want to get some more both using our cast, but specifically some more like BuzzFeed alums to come in and really treat it like the people used to watch on BuzzFeed Taste Test in a taste test game show. But Taste Test being a reaction-based game show, but also previously we had the person who was eliminated just hangs out. I think the person eliminated comes and joins me as part of the game, so that it goes from mostly contestants to mostly people making the game work for the remaining contestants. So it kind of can get crazier, more shenanigans.
Boy, do I love that.
All right, we are.
All right.
We're blindfolded.
Tongues out. If
Yeah.
this is poison.
So I'm gonna do Keith first, and Keith, don't tell people what it is. Just experience. I want you to each experience it.
Okay. So Rainie is approaching Keith.
Well, how do you see it? Can
I'm
you
just-
see that?
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing too.
She sounds pretty far away.
She's doing jump. She just did a backflip.
Oh, I think I had too much salt yesterday. I got a little sore in my mouth.
Lean forward. Okay.
This is crazy. What could she be putting on his tongue?
Oh no, I'm scared.
Are we about to drop acid?
Literally like a pill. I'm like, I don't want to take that. I don't like that reaction at all.
What is? I
The
know.
fuck could that be? I'm scared.
I'm gonna keep my tongue out too, so you can hit it.
Tilt your head down.
Down?
Yeah.
I'll put my mouth on the mic so the audience could hear the mouth sounds.
Oh,
I just licked the microphone.
yes.
Ew, I licked the mic.
Okay. Okay. Head down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
that?
Oh, you know what it is.
I know.
I don't think Miles got enough.
I'll get more.
It's obvious to me. It's freaking obvious.
Yeah, but you just kind of shoved my head, and you made me. I thought you were gonna pour something on my tongue.
Yes, it
Not-
definitely. We were all. I don't
not-
think any of us consumed it the way that we desired or thought we were going to.
Rainie, here's what I think happened.
Ray
Is
just
you
shoved
just
my
gave us-
face. When you just waterboarded me with that.
I believe you gave us all Pop Rocks, but Keith's tongue went into the Pop Rocks first, wetting it down.
Actually, my teeth went into the Pop Rocks.
Oh,
first.
it was wet.
It was already wet by the time we got there. So
already
the Pop
popped.
Rocks were kind of already done, and I just licked a rock.
I also felt like I was putting my mouth into glass.
taking my blindfold off.
And
Yeah.
so now I've licked the. Oh, it's so bright. I licked the thing. I'm guessing there was one of those, right?
No. There's 3. See?
Okay.
So yeah,
You're-
you
you're
guys
safe.
think it was all
It is
wet
Pop
or
Rocks though?
Yeah.
fucked up and wrong.
I thought everybody was gonna react like Keith, but you guys did not like the Pop Rock.
I
Well,
didn't like
it
the
was-
soul
It was
experience.
less the Pop Rocks and more having my head shoved down.
I wasn't prepared for the rim of the plate.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what is that? Like, it's just a dish?
My mind, I thought like it was Pop Rocks in like a cup. I didn't even register as a plate. I thought it was like, I'm like
a
gonna
cup
dip.
would have been way better.
I
Yeah.
would kind of like more.
I
want some
also
more?
got worried that Rainie was going to put something really sour into my mouth.
What
And I
color
like-
was mine? Hard to say.
I wasn't worried. I was
Yeah.
just really willing.
So we each got, we got a unique flavor, each of us?
You didn't give me blue. Who wouldn't give me blue?
Yeah, there's something. The Pop Rock is like.
Oh.
I don't know what happened
It
here.
got wet.
But I'm turning the plate upside down, and it's
How
no,
long ago did you put them on the plate?
no longer powder.
Like right before we started.
Was the plate
Oh,
wet?
some of it fell off.
Oh, the plate might have been wet.
Maybe the plate was
Oh.
wet.
Because this is a rock. This is a Pop Rock
Man.
singular.
Pop
That's
Rock.
why I was
I
confused.
had to like scrape. That's why I said I used my teeth. I scraped it off with my teeth.
You scraped?
I thought it was ice cream in my mind.
Man, that would have been nice, Rainie. Next time.
Next time ice cream.
Yeah, next time it would be great to have some ice cream.
So that was common sense.
So Don says a game show that it's sense-based trivia.
Hell yeah.
People experience
Keith-
something using only one sense at a time.
Keith, we got it. That was common sense.
Okay,
That was common sense.
that's common sense.
That was common sense.
Okay, the next one is trolley problems.
Okay.
So do you want to explain the trolley problems on the air? Okay.
No, I think you're about to explain it perfectly.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so on one side of the track, you have you get to tell your deepest, darkest secrets to your boss. And
You
on the
get
other
to.
side, you get to tell them to your parents.
Deepest, darkest secrets to my boss or my parents. I mean, for me, it's obviously my boss.
I'm my own boss. Yeah.
I'm trying to think
true.
what is my deepest, darkest secret? because that would change depending on the type.
You're a little sexual freak.
I like.
But that's not a deep secret.
That's a good point.
I
don't know. Yeah, my deepest, darkest secrets. I honestly feel like I'm kind of too open a book. I don't think I have that many secrets.
because if it
You
were
really
something,
turned that into an outfit over there.
I kind of am loving it for me.
Yeah, you
your
look
little
like a little
kerchief
cowboy.
looks nice.
I'm
You're like a Silver Lake cowboy.
welcome to the music festival.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look. You know what I mean? But yeah, to me, it's sort of, I don't know that I have too many secrets. Brittany, do you feel like you're a person that has a lot of secrets?
It's hard for me to have a single secret.
That's correct.
Yeah. But you guys are my bosses, so would I tell you? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I would also probably tell my parents.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think
But-
I would tell my parents if I wanted help with something.
Yeah.
And I would tell, I guess Keith is my boss. Or maybe I'll say Nick's
The
my
IRS
boss.
is your boss.
The audience is my boss.
That's true.
I'd
And
rather
I tell them everything.
Yeah.
I'd rather tell my boss than my parents. My parents, I do kind of keep stuff like I don't tell them everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you guys talk about sex with your parents?
No.
Not a detail.
No,
Not in detail.
not at all.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Do you? Sorry, I'm not going to ask a question. Continue.
I don't know if my parents are. I bet you they now know
That you've had sex.
Do you have sex?
that I've done it.
I've proven it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
So is Keith.
I've also proven it.
I've got no proof.
That's
I've
awesome.
got no proof.
I don't think Zach said sex.
I've got nothing to show for it.
True.
Would you rather? Would you rather never have an orgasm or never find true love?
Ooh.
What's more important to me, coming or love?
What is love without coming is a question.
In
you
a
have to
way,
answer.
love is coming.
Emotional coming.
So, like, it's really hard to distinguish the two.
I think
To me, they're so.
I think I prefer the love.
But again,
Well, to get into detail, if I may,
please.
orgasm is just the end of the sort of pleasure ride.
Oh, but
You're talking about the old gooning.
You're talking.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you could at
What
least
is gooning?
you could at least have some yeehaws without the whole rodeo.
Is gooning edging?
We think so.
Gooning, and I learned this from Eugene in the second Try Guys episode that gooning includes edging, but edging does not have to include gooning.
Gooning is coming
No,
close
Coming close.
to the point of no return.
all day in your own home to the point that you deprive yourself of social activity. I believe.
Oh.
Oh,
But edging could be a one-time event.
lots to think about there.
Lots to think about.
I'd rather come. No, I'm just kidding. It's love for me,
It's love for me.
not for Zach.
I think you said love, actually.
Who can say?
Between the lines.
People could just rewind.
All right,
45
for the last one, because we got to go soon.
I like the edging loophole.
Interesting
Oh, yeah.
choice of words.
Yeah. I just heard about a loophole for people who don't want to have sex, but it's too graphic. I won't even divulge.
Is it,
Are you talking about
The bed
Soaking?
thing? Soaking?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just
I
heard
just
about
learned about that.
soaking?
Yeah.
Jumping on the bed?
Hilarious.
We love soaking.
I got to be honest, it doesn't sound ideal.
It does
No.
sound ideal, but it is hysterical.
This is
You
just
seen the TikTokers who were at the Mormon college and they ask people if they do soaking and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, they do.
yeah." They're like, yes.
They all do?
Yeah.
Do you
they're
think
like,
there's a
yes.
chance? Do we have to explain it in case someone listening doesn't know, and then they have
I
to
think you should
Google
explain
soaking?
it. I think you should explain it.
It's-
What service do we provide to our listeners if we don't explain soaking, but we do explain gooning?
I agree.
That's a clip. Soaking, a lot of people in the Mormon faith choose to soak because you'll say it's not sex. You have a couple,
You
a
penetrate.
lovely couple. You penetrate,
But stay still.
and then someone jumps on the bed so that there's movement happening.
And by the way, that is a good friend.
Great friend.
There's a great part of Jury Duty, the show.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Where they tell the guy who is not an actor, who is a real guy, and they're trying to be like, could you jump on the bed? It seems like things are heating up, and it's so fucking funny and good. Go watch Jury Duty, guys. It's a great show.
I'm
It's
trying
really-
to think if I have any friends that in high school would have been willing to jump on a bed for me.
I bet I do.
I would have done it for my friends,
Would you do it for me?
but I think it would be just because I would be like, well, then I can maybe take a peek.
Look at him dodging the question.
Yeah, it's 100% out of your own high school horniness that you would have said yes.
I'm like, well, I'll be included, kind of.
I'll be there. I'm going to be there, and I have to have my eyes open to be able to be safely jumping.
And then I'm like, maybe being hopeful, it turns into a 3.
And maybe
I think it would hurt my knees.
on a bed.
I would get exhausted.
At what, 18?
Oh, not with
16?
Zach Sneeze. Not with Zach Sneeze.
I just think I would get exhausted.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I feel
It'd be
like
a lot of jumping.
How much you?
Have a Red Bull.
lot of jumping.
have a freaking Red Bull.
Not much
you
jumping
think
for
there's
me.
a lot of jumping for the young people who've never had intercourse before? You think it's going to take a lot of jumps?
Not much jumping at all.
Okay,
16 jumps.
for Escape the Kitchen.
What do you get? Another mile older and a deeper in debt. That's 16 tons. It's a song.
I love
Go ahead.
it. I love it. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
So for Escape the Kitchen, obviously it's a very intricate for the production team, but for the podcast, we're kind of saying things. So
That's a good description of a podcast.
Kind of saying things. We're kind of saying, honestly, the tripod, we're kind of saying things.
so I want you to say the right thing, and it's in my head. So it's 20 questions.
Okay.
Okay, 20 questions. Is it, and you're thinking of, just give me the ground rules of what 20
21
person,
questions.
place, or thing, or it could be anything? It's a
Oh,
noun?
it could be anything. It could be anything.
21 questions we ask, we be like,
Yes or no
is it a
questions.
place?
Yeah.
And
You
you
can
say
That's a
yes
bad
or
question.
no, right?
Don't waste it. Time.
Yeah.
But that's how the game works,
Yeah, but
right?
it's yes or
Yeah.
no questions, 20 of them.
Okay.
Are you guys not playing 20 questions? I'd play it all
I
the
thought
time.
it was 21. Am I crazy?
I've heard both.
Oh.
I love 20 questions, and I do play.
Again, 21 sounds.
To me, Mind Melt has sort of replaced 20 questions as a daily driver.
Sounds bad hearing you say 20. I don't like it.
Sorry, 21. It is 21 questions.
No, it's,
Oh, is it?
I think it just.
I've
is
heard
whoever
20 as
says
well.
it.
Well,
I'm
we're gonna
almost
do-
certain.
We're going to do expert mode. We're going to do
20.
21 questions and 20.
Yeah.
20. Okay, is it a noun?
That is an interesting question. What does that mean?
What do you,
Thank you. That has been Escape the Kitchen.
what do you mean?
Rainie,
noun is-
sorry, I'm confused about your confusion. Do you understand what a noun is?
I mean, I think of it as like
No.
a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
Person, place, or thing is a noun.
Okay, so no.
This is unbelievable.
I was hoping you would not ask that when you were like, is it a person, place, or thing? It could mean anything.
Okay, so is it a?
So it's not a noun?
No.
Are you sure it's not a
It
noun?
is it?
No, not 100% sure.
Is it an adjective?
No.
Okay, so it is a noun.
It could be.
Is it?
Okay, there's 3 questions in. We're back to noun.
It is it. It is. It
Can
does it.
I'm just going to try and jump to the end here. Is it Second Try, the app?
Yeah.
And that is Escape the Kitchen.
Holy shit, Rainie.
You know, it's
Webby nominated podcast.
it was it's actually we've won.
We won. That's right. Webby winning podcast.
We also were nominated.
We also were nominated. Rainie, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
And
It was a
I actually
proper
think
noun.
to me it's like the killer's the person you might most expect.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing is, it was a proper noun, so that's why you got so
Oh,
confused.
that's why I was confused.
Because
I
it was
also
like a thing
it's
that exists.
in the internet.
Yeah,
But like, what is the internet? And then I was getting confused because the internet is wires under the ground. So I was like, I don't know.
I love this. I love it so much. It's like or what's the word? Is it? It's an intangible thing.
Yes, exactly.
It's something that
You can't touch.
exists, but it is not. Does not have.
Honestly, shame on you for asking a shitty question.
I know. I should have said, is it tangible?
Well, if you feel like you're just a bunch of wires under the ground, you might need some help to figure out how to get out of that rut.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go. It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
What's Gucci, fam?
Out.
Yeah.
Hey, Gooners. Hey,
Whoa.
fucking Edgers
Oh,
out there.
boy. Oh gosh.
Have you ever wanted to sip from something that's crisp?
Oh my gosh, spindrift.
Martinelli's.
Have you ever
Martinelli's fucking
wanted
cider.
to have a little slice of that soft, of that good?
Are you talking about like citrus fruit?
Have you ever wanted to be soaked, sopping, glopping, and wet?
Whopping?
But you don't want to open that fridge because you're worried that that might be too much work to have.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Brita tank
Oh, wow.
and I put it on the counter.
Oh, room temperature.
Room temp,
I do like that.
water for free.
Yes. With spigot?
Well, you did buy the.
We did. It wasn't free. We used to have a sort of high-tech thing. My dad got in there under the pipes. He's fucking moving around wires and hoses and whatever. And then he set up a water filter and he put it in the counter. And then he was like, oh, this little water comes out of the thing and it's fresh. And now we don't have that. We moved and the sink is like nicer than the old sink was. So we don't want to fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to fuck with the new sink. So we're like, how do we get that filtered water? But I also am like, I don't want to pull it out of the fucking fridge and refill it and have it be a whole to-do. And weirdly, I have a fridge that makes ice, but it don't have no water come out.
My fridge make ice, but don't make no water.
Mine is like that as well.
What the hell is
mine
that
is
about?
also like that.
Why would they do that to me?
Wait, is it like on the door you push it down, or is it like it just like has an ice maker?
No, it has it's connected
Got
to
a
water.
bucket.
It's connected to water. So in the freezer,
Oh.
it make ice.
Yeah.
But it does not have a water.
Oh.
No, honestly though, I'm grateful because I'll tell you, in any place I've ever lived, I've never replaced the fridge filter once.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
bacteria at that
I
point.
have.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even want to think about what's in there.
But growing up, I always wanted one of those, and I've never had lived in a place where the fridge had the little water. And then I moved in this house, and I was like, well, surely there's got to be a water fridge because there's ice.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, buckaroo. So I don't know what
A
that's
lot of
about.
fridges historically have made ice, but haven't dispensed water.
I feel like that's a weird thing
That's
to do.
actually
Somehow it's
not
easier.
historically true.
No, it's easier. That's actually not historical.
I don't know how it's easier, but it just
Seems
it.
easier.
Like I had an ice maker on my fridge growing up when I was a eensy boy in Tennessee.
You did. Maybe
But we
because
didn't
it's
have
like
any
you
water
don't need the
coming out of it.
pressure. It's just a little, it's like less
I
water.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the math of it. Maybe they didn't even think that was the thing you should do.
Because
for
like the
so
water's
long,
fine.
right? It's
Come
like,
on in.
We just drink water out of the sink. Why would I put water out of the fridge? You know, you can't make out of the sink ice,
That's a good point.
and the fridge can do that.
That's a really good point.
The
Keith.
fridge's sister, the freezer.
The sink. But so we got a Brita filter, and and it's kind of big, and the sink does it kind of comes out to be a
Oh, yeah.
hose if you need to scrub wash. So you just go whoop, and then fill it up,
Yep.
and then it
Huge.
comes back in. So it's
Yep.
it's kind of
It's got to
solves
be
my-
big too, because if it's small, then you're just all day you're spending filling up the Brita.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And you know what else I'll say? I like the tank over the pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. We had a tank next to my sink. You do the zoop.
Yeah, you do the
Put it
shoot,
in,
fill
and
it
that
up.
tank-
Because the pitcher, it's like in and out of the fridge. I'm pouring instead
Nah.
of just eat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's where I'm at.
Well,
I
yeah.
prefer room temp water.
If I want to drink a lot of it, room temp's the only way to go. If I'm coming out back inside from playing in a hot day in the summer, I want
Which you
that
do a
icy
lot.
cold. I
Yeah,
do.
that right. And Keith, you know what I'll say is I've been sinking.
Yeah.
For my whole life. I've been sinker, and recently I realized that I'm sort of mostly microplastics.
Yeah.
So probably should, even though I heard that Britas actually don't filter microplastics. But
Oh.
In
I
fact,
just
they
got-
probably add microplastic, being that they're made of plastic.
that's a good point. And I just got I was mostly, honestly, if it was just me, I would just sink it. But I was like, for the baby and he's sipping on water, I'm like, I guess I'll Brita that. I
We're
want
gonna
him
have to do a
fresh,
whole
fresh.
microplastics
You know,
discussion
my
because I don't
doctor-
know what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
with
My
that.
doctor said give the baby tap water actually because there's a decent amount of like good minerals that they get.
That
from
is
that.
true. There is a
Oh.
lot of minerals in tap water.
That
So I
like
don't
you
know.
think they kind of do want.
I guess it's also probably depends on if you have a nice newer pipes in your house.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the water stuff is actually not about the water underneath. It's about I don't know anything about water.
No, I don't know. Anything. Guy, once you start thinking about how
It's too much.
anything in your society works, you're gonna
It's
be
too
like,
much.
man, I'm a dumb idiot who
Well,
don't
then-
know nothing.
Even like they put iodine in salt because people's
Used to get goiters.
and
Yeah, but now you don't need iodine in salt because you get fucking iodine from everything.
Yeah, because you
actually
weren't
they just
living
put
on a
iodine in the
ship.
salt because they want to control your mind, sheepo.
Sheeple.
And then some salts don't digest right or something. I don't fucking know.
And some are pink.
Some are pink. Those are actually good ones.
Rainie, you and I coming into this, we said that we wanted to talk all about my Ithaca's gorgeous
Oh
shirt,
my
but we're
gosh,
just gonna have to.
we don't have time.
We're just gonna have to
Next
chat
time.
off
Ithaca is
air.
gorgeous.
Next time.
Shout out Ithaca.
We're just gonna have to chat off air.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
I have such a complicated relationship,
I've never been.
but
I've never been, he says. Fake fan, Zach Supposer.
Look, I have a whole story, but we don't have time. We gotta go. It's in our real life. We're about to premiere the first episode of the Try Guys. We gotta go.
we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Oh,
We
yeah.
hope you're enjoying Second Try, secondtry.tv.
Yeah.
The tripod's on there. You got your ad-free episodes up on there.
We've got a special banner too on the big day Thursday.
Bruce Banner.
We also have a special podcast art with Miles rocking the sunnies.
Fuck yeah, dude. Literally me and sunglasses, how I've always been born to look.
Art sunnies. Keith, hit us with the official tripod theme song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jump on the bed. Tripod.
Have a good ass week.
Bye.